Good morning. Wow, it's been a while since I came on and did some morning meditations with y'all. But I guess you could say I've had good reason to be silent. Because you see, I'm one of those people that when the depression cloud comes over me, I don't go out and try to share it with everybody. And depression is something that at least since I was 11 years old, has been a part of my life. And so the last 3 weeks, it's been full on. I've spent, my friends wouldn't know this. The people that know me would never suspect this. The people that see me every day would never suspect that I've spent 4 to 6 hours almost every single day for the last 3 days in anguish, crying, feeling like I was never going to wake up again without this just deep sadness. Now, sure, there's some things that trigger it, and I don't need to get into those because they are not what is important. What is important is I didn't give up on myself. And so I want to talk today not only to those of you that don't understand what depression is about because you've never had it before. You think you were depressed because you lost your job and you went through like a period of sadness. But depression in the form of it doesn't take that much or possibly anything at all for it to feel like the sky is falling is much different than the depression we experience because we're grieving the loss of someone in our life, or we're grieving the loss of a job or a partnership or anything like that. Now, I'll tell you what, if you have depression and you experience those things, oof, you end up in like the kind of 3 weeks that I just had. Depression is one of those things that when you're experiencing it, there's a part of you that knows that a bit of it is just in your head. There's a part of you that knows that there are reasons for it that are chemical. There's a part of you that knows that there's reasons for it that are based off of your life experience. But it's accumulation of all of those things. And if you're someone that is finding the strength to keep on going, not through self-medicating, through alcohol, parties, sex, drugs, all that fun stuff like that, then you end up sometimes facing the cloud for a lot longer than most people. But to have friends and family, sometimes we don't share it because our friends and family will tell us that it's all in our head. Will tell us that what we're thinking is not real. Will try to convince us of something that we know, but it just makes us feel crazy because in that moment, it is just as real as that sunrise is for you right there. It is just as real because A, it's every day. B, it feels futile to try to stop it. And C, for you guys, it's a recording. For you guys, it's just showing up. So it's real, but it's not. Does that make sense? So what do I do when I have these clouds of depression? I cry a lot. I let myself feel all those feels. My medication is a lot of meditation, yoga, walks, cleaning my house. I drink kava tea. I do not drink alcohol. I take as good a care of myself in those moments as possible. even though I would rather be eating an entire thing of Oreos, ordering all the food that is comfort food, and medicating myself until I sleep for 12 hours a day. I've done that part before, and it doesn't work. It just ends up with me having more things to regret and feel guilt and shame about. But what's funny is that all it takes is a little bit of willingness to live that is greater than your willingness to die. Because for me, depression and suicidal thoughts and things like that, it's not that I want to die. It's not that. It's not that I want to take my life. It's that there's a willingness to do it, a willingness to be withdrawn from the emotional pain and suffering that comes along with depression. I don't want it. And when I realized earlier this year that there is a willingness in me that is a willingness to live and to stay here and to enjoy this beautiful existence that is greater than my willingness to die, it has made these clouds of depression that come in and out of my life a little bit easier to manage. It's made it so that I can actually observe what is happening. Yeah, I'm feeling it, man. I was folding my laundry yesterday, and those, I think half of those laundry should probably be rewashed again because they're so covered in tears. And I observe it, and yes, it's like a physical pain that takes over the body where the muscles feel like they're spasming because the emotions are, it feels almost like your own body is attacking you with emotions of grief in every single part of you. That's what an anxiety attack feels like. That's what a panic attack feels like. And all I was doing was folding my laundry. But knowing that I have the willingness, more of a willingness to survive, that I'm less afraid of living than I am of dying, which I'm not really afraid of dying, but you get the idea. It allows me to go through that experience without feeling like I have to take a drug in order to not feel it, without feeling like I need to text and write and call all the people that I think are the reasons for my pain, without feeling like if just this would happen differently, then I would be better. If this thing in my life was different, then I would be better. Because I know it probably seems ridiculous for those of you that don't really understand the chemical imbalance that comes with the depression. To see me, who, blonde, in my 30s, living in Miami Beach, one of the most beautiful cities in the world, teaching yoga, teaching meditation, seems like I'm living the dream to actually still be experiencing depression, right? I've got everything. This body is what is considered beautiful to a lot of people. You'd think, I could get anyone that I want. Where is my depression coming from? I don't know. I don't. I have ideas. I sat here on the beach for about 45 minutes before I started this video and writing in my journal about the first time I tried to kill myself when I was 11 years old and what brought me to it and how scary that is at 11 years old to be confronted with emotions that are so strong that you are willing to die to not feel them anymore without knowing any idea what it would mean, where you go, or if it would just end up coming right on back here. And I wrote about it, and I wrote about all the things that I've done in the last 24 years to manage and handle those strong emotions. And truthfully, it's not just one single thing that gets me through every single day. It's not just meditation. It's not just eating a diet that I know makes my body and my mind feel better, that is a plant-based diet. It's not just avoiding mood-altering substances such as alcohol and drugs. It's not just doing a yoga practice or running, or it's all of it. It's the whole lifestyle. And most importantly, it's wanting to help others that are also struggling with this. It is that desire to help anyone else that has that cloud hanging over them, the willingness to die cloud. To discover in themselves the willingness to live. Not just survive, the willingness to live, to thrive, to enjoy the beauty of the life that you have. Not just to spend your whole life striving to have more money, to have a life partner, to have success. For me, like when you spend your whole life with those as your only ambitions, the I'll be happy with ambitions, that's why so many people are so fucking depressed. That you're not considered successful unless, you've got the right car, you've got the right house, you live in the right city, you've got the right boyfriend, you've got the right girlfriend. That your success is determined by all the things you've accumulated for your happiness, all the relationships you've accumulated for your happiness, rather than all the happiness you've accumulated just by loving and accepting your existence as it is. So that's what gets me through. Meditation helps a lot with that. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do a meditation on the second chakra. The second chakra is our chakra of our passion, of remembering the sweetness of life. It's about our likes and our dislikes. So all of the energies that are held here and all the emotions that are held in this neural network of the body, and all the emotions and hormones that are released here are all the pleasure sensors, the dopamine and everything. And rather than focusing so much on everything that we are trying to overcome, we're going to let all of those things be a part of our experience. We're going to be okay with the fact that this place does not seem like a utopia. I know it's hard for me to say that. It's unbelievable when I've got this beautiful sunrise behind me and gorgeous weather. But the reality is, this place is hard. Hold on, there's a tractor cleaning the beach. See, there's a cute little tractor. The reality is, this place is hard no matter where you live. And I don't mean this place, I mean this place. This place is hard no matter where you live, no matter who you are, no matter what you're doing, no matter what family you were born into, no matter what cards you were dealt, because no one gave us a manual of how to manage this vehicle. Not like a physical one. I mean, you can read the Course in Miracles, it's a pretty helpful manual, but it's also pretty hard to understand. But if we trust that we are actually endowed with everything that we need, not only to survive, but to thrive and enjoy this life, because that's the laws of God and nature, that it doesn't have to be an I'll be happy when moment, even during the depths of depression, that you can find the little joys, the tiniest little joys, and just like perfectly folding your clothes or finding pride in being able to clean the house and do the dishes even though you're crying throughout the whole thing because of the depression. That's the sweetness in life. And then maybe if you're one of the lucky ones, then that will start to attract more and more of the good stuff. But the good news is, even if it doesn't, when you find yourself committed to enjoying what you already have, you might begin to realize that you're already wealthy. That there is no more wealth to be acquired in this life. You're in it. You are in the best moment of your life when you allow it to be the best moment of your life. When you take the conditions out of all of it. And I can only get there by meditating. So let's do it. Let's close our eyes. Hello, one step from the top. We are doing a meditation. I will not be chatting with you guys on chat anymore. So, but if you'd like to join us for the meditation, then it's going to be a short one. Sit up. Palms on tops of the knees or the thighs. Please don't let your wrists rest on your knees because it makes you sink forward. Hands on top of the knees or thighs. We're going to start off palms facing down. And then release your tongue from the roof of your mouth. For a few moments, we're just going to breathe in and breathe out without any effort, allowing the breath to be natural and spontaneous. And anything that might be arising in your reality right now, whether it be a physical phenomena of sound, sight, rather than looking at it as a distraction, which we commonly do in meditation, and wanting for it to stop, and looking at it as one of those things that we need to control in order to find peace. Understand that whatever it is that is occurring, its intention is not to distract you. It's just doing its thing, being what it is. It's a sound, it's just being a sound. It's a tractor, it's just being a tractor. Just notice that it's happening. Notice your reaction to it. And then maybe say to yourself, there is nothing wrong with this moment. Maybe say to yourself, that is the most tractor-sounding tractor I've ever heard. Or if there's a bird squawking, that's the most bird squawking like bird I've ever heard. Allow it to be in its power. Accept it. And then we're going to do the same thing with our own thoughts. When thoughts are coming up that seem to be distracting you, thoughts about moving, thoughts about getting off of this Instagram, thoughts about what you have to do today. Notice the thought. Stay still. And allow that thought to also be in its power. And its power is not to make you move. Its power is to just be a thought. That is the most judgmental, judging thought. and it is perfect. That it is doing exactly what it's meant to do, which is simply exist. It's contributing everything that it's meant to contribute. And then let it go. The second chakra is the chakra of the sweetness in life. It's related to our sense of taste, both our taste buds and our taste for things in the world, what we like and we dislike. When we see things in their power, it's kind of like when you taste a piece of pineapple that really tastes exactly the way you know pineapple's supposed to taste. That's its superpower, is to taste like pineapple. That's it. All the other nutrients and stuff like that is circumstantial, but its superpower for us to enjoy it, is its flavor. So in this mindfulness meditation, we're going to do the same thing with all the phenomena that are happening around us. With the sensation of the clothing on your skin, that it is at its maximum power of feeling like clothing on your skin. And enjoy it. The sensation of sounds around you, of maybe people talking in a distance. As people are in their power being people. Enjoy it. Without looking for meaning in any of it. Then bring your attention closer to the experience of your breath in and out of the body. Feeling each inhale and each exhale. Now, we all know what it feels like to breathe in, and we all know what it feels like to breathe out, but do we really know? Do we ever really pay attention to the satisfaction that comes with each inhale? To the release that comes with each exhale? Observe it. Enjoy it. That's the most inhaling feeling, inhale. That's the most exhaling feeling, exhale. Allowing your enthusiasm for life to even be applied to just the sensations of being within your body. Bring it to the heartbeat. That heartbeat feels more like a heartbeat than any other heartbeat I've ever felt. Clue, it's the only heartbeat you've ever felt. We begin to notice that just because the world is in a state of conscious, or I should say constant change, Our enthusiasm does not need to be. Our passion for the moment doesn't need to be. Because what does not change is the awareness that is watching and observing it. The who in the who are you. Who are you is not this heartbeat or the breath. It's not the body. This has been a changing body for as long as you have been here on this planet. But the awareness, the observer, the part of you that says, I am, stays essentially the same. It's just all the descriptors that follow it change. But the presence remains the same. Now, keeping your eyes closed, using all of your senses. There's 6 of them, 5 of them for tangible reality. Taste, smell, touch, hearing, sight. Seek out different phenomena that you enjoy. Maybe it's just the sound of the ocean behind me. Maybe it's the temperature wherever you're at. Just the experience, not any particular items. Being grateful for nothing more than the world of the senses. And then our 6th sense, in fact, is not the psychic sense in the way that we understand it in pop culture. The 6th sense is the awareness of your own thoughts. So when thoughts arise that are the enjoyable thoughts, which should happen pretty frequently if you are looking for things in your reality that you are enjoying, notice those. Enjoy them a little bit more and then let them go. Without ever holding on to any one of these experiences, letting them come and go just as easily as you're letting the breath come and go. Letting satisfaction and release come to you through all of the senses, not only through the breath. This is the tantric experience of reality. The energetic quality of truly making love to your present moment, not to another person. Feeling satisfaction as you take in all of the experiences of the senses, feeling pleasure, and having the equal amount of pleasure by releasing that experience. Finding pleasure in that which you have, finding pleasure in that which you are getting back. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale from the mouth. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. At one point, I got attacked by a bug here on the beach. So when you watch this video later on, you're going to see me like freak out. I'm glad none of you noticed it. But I'll be posting this on IGTV. Thank you guys for joining me. There's the bug. Ah! He likes me. He's crawling all over me. Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'm guiding meditations here in Miami Beach. If you live here, come and join us on the beach. Tuesdays, I'll be at 15th Street. Thursdays at 74th Street, donation-based, or you can join us through Modern Om and pay through that app there, okay? Oh, that's so lovely to hear. One step from the top. I'm so glad to hear it. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. Please feel free to share this meditation after I post it. Go on to my profile and repost any of the meditations that I guide. I'm very, very happy for it. If you would like to send any donations as well, I never turn them down. It helps to feed me and my dog during this time of change in the world, economic change. So I love you guys. Thank you. And I hope to see you on a future morning. Hari Om.